Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we're looking at Food Wars Season 3, Part 2. So essentially this is Season 3, Episode 13, I believe, if you go on Crunchyroll. Oh boy, I've been missing this show. Whew. Because last season actually ended off on a really good note where we saw, Erina realize that Soma is the son of the guy she's really, always been really fond of. And this week's episode actually taught us why she was so fond of him and saw that he had such an enjoyment of making food and was so happy presenting it to her, and even more so than anything else, she felt it was delicious, which is something she lost the feeling of after then having her father kind of change her conception of what real food is and how it's supposed to be presented and how it must adhere to certain qualities that he thinks is right, and for her then it would be right too. I really feel bad for Erina. Like, no matter what, even if she's a tsundere to the max, this girl has had basically to endure a father who has pushed her into the ground to say, this is right, nothing else is right. And, that's a real life thing. There are some parents that are really, really hard on their kids to make it where, they teach them a certain way, but it's at the same time, it makes them almost have tunnel vision of what's going on in the world. So, it's like, I think Soma showed it perfectly with how he made this what was it? I think it was like a fried chicken egg bowl or something like that. I think it was exactly, where he made this from basic ingredients, stuff that you can go to the regular shops and buy. They're bargain bin eggs that he used for this ingredient, but she found it delicious. And it's the realization right there that there's more to food. There's more to just food in general in terms of like how it's presented. Like, oh, okay, sure, it could be the highest quality, the highest caliber of ingredients, but if it's not presented in a certain way, if it's not made with love, it's not made with a certain, style, and as Soma says, if it's not made the way that the cook feels like it should be made, then it's not fun. It's not fun to make. Like, and that's true if you think about it, guys and girls. When it comes to cooking, I don't know if any of you out there are cooks or if you've ever cooked anything, but I consider myself where I just cook random stuff once in a blue moon, and there's some fun to it. Maybe I don't want to adhere to like certain ways of doing it, and I'm obviously not a chef by any terms. I can only make certain things, but when you go outside of the box and make stuff like the way you feel like it should be made, it's kind of fun sometimes. It comes out delicious sometimes. Also, sometimes you fail horribly, but that's the enjoyment of cooking sometimes, is like to make that meal and to see the reactions of people around you, how they feel about it, or even to taste it yourself and be like, oh, it's not bad, I liked it. It wasn't, I could have made it better, but for the most part it came out good. I really love that, because it's like a real semblance of a true thing to it, even though then after it, we had our girl explode, with her clothes explode, and all these little Soma chicken things, started attacking her, which is very strange, but it's Food Wars. What are you surprised about? It's like, seriously, was anyone not, surprised that happened? I would love to meet someone that says like, oh my god, I couldn't believe that happened. Because, then you haven't been watching Food Wars. And I also love how he's like, I'm going to make you say delicious. And then he's asking her, what do you think about it? And she's like, okay, tomorrow you're going to get everyone in front of the place. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to plan our attack to stop her father. He's like, yeah, but what do you think about the food? And she just completely ignored it. And I'm like, oh, she wants to say it's delicious. You know that. But lo and behold, she's not going to do it. I knew that was going to happen. I was like, come on, really? Soma, did you not see that coming from a mile away? Oh, it was good to see the show back. I'm so happy about it, folks, being returning. Anyways, what did you guys think about Season 3, Part 2, essentially, or the second core of it? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day, everyone. Check out my podcast that we're going to be having on this channel. It's not really, just my podcast. It's several people that invited me to join, and we're just having it on my channel. But let's talk about that. We'll have fun. We'll do stuff. So join it. It should be at 2:10, I believe. So a little while, half hour, 40 minutes around that. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless you all. Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.